welcome back to On the Workbench. I'm super excited about today's video. Today we've got the Snap-on CT hose nozzle, and if you're looking at the package here, you're thinking, my, that looks like one of their 14.4 volt MicroLithium tools. But I mean, it is sort of, kind of, but it's not. The CT is your clue that it's supposed to look like a MicroLithium 14.4 volt tool, you know, like your classic CT761 ratchet, but it's not. This is actually a hose end tool, about 2006. If you're good to your Snap-on representative, you might be able to come up with one of these still. I'm not sure otherwise how else you're going to get your hands on one of these, other than to say to be good to your Snap-on guy. So this is described as professional hose nozzle in the power tool style. Direct flow port delivers maximum water volume. Adjustable spray pattern, aircraft machined aluminum with stainless steel cap and an ergonomic grip. Now it is made in China, and this is not one of the other licensed products by All Trade that you might have seen me do on my channel. This is I'd say at least a pseudo bona fide Snap-on product that you get from a Snap-on dealer. It's got a part number up here, make sure you can get that on camera there, SSX15P127 is your part number. Now there's no guarantee you're going to still be able to find one of these unless your Snap-on dealer has a stash of random extra stuff that didn't sell at home, or maybe has a buddy that's got a little Snap-on warehouse of some extra stuff that they're sitting on. Most Snap-on dealers I know tend to have some surplus items, perhaps stashed away, that just didn't sell. That if you're good to them and you ask and you have a good relationship, you never know what you're going to find. And this is one of my little lucky finds. We take this out, and we've got a grip on here, and we've got our hose nozzle. So this is supposed to look like our battery here. The first thing that's important here, I've already had a look at this out of the box here earlier, is this what would be the trigger on the drill or the impact or whatever specific CT tool you're looking at. Actually does nothing and is a dummy trigger. You can see where this is a two-piece molded grip. It's got the same rubber overmold you'd expect on other Snap-on tools. And then what we've got here on the top here, you actually have to rotate the nozzle here to be able to adjust your spray pattern. And on top here it does say, you see they're open to the left, closed to the right, so you know which way to turn this. And then on the back, our hose actually goes in through the rear, and you can see the port there. So it does not actually go in through the bottom, which I actually find to be pretty interesting. If I look at most other hose end nozzles that have some sort of a grip like this, you know, here's a Craftsman one here off my garden hose outside right now, and most other similar ones have the water intake here as opposed to in the back, so a little bit different there. And then for me, in my case here, this does not, you can either screw the hose in or put in a hose adapter. Mine did not come with an adapter, so I've got one of these quick adapters here that I'm going to screw in to the back. You also may want to add a filter, if that's your thing, onto your garden, or I'm sorry, into the tool. There is a washer in here like that, but you could replace that with one of these style filters if you feel like you need to do that for your system. So I'll just screw one of these in. And now, water comes in here. Hold it like this, squirt it out. Let's take a look and see this in action. And so now to attach it, I'm going to take my garden hose here. And I'm just going to plug this right into the back of the tool. In my case here, I'm going to turn on the water. And we can see some of the settings. Off. All the way out to a fan. Just for comparison, here's the same hose nozzle I showed you in the video earlier. And this has a much stronger spray and a much tighter pattern compared to the Snap-on. And the easy off, one-handed use. So as you just saw in the demonstration, this tool is definitely not perfect. It's got a throw distance at its tightest setting of about 15 feet, give or take. compared to about 25 feet I could get out of the other nozzle I showed you there at the end. And you've got to go through the little settings here. There's no quick, easy on-off with the trigger. If they would have had that here, this would be a total killer deal. You know, and I think that, you know, trying to adjust the spray pattern right, some of this is going to depend on your water pressure and how that's set for what you're able to deliver out of the business end of this tool. It's definitely an interesting and eye-catching tool. I really like the fact that I can put my hand here and not have to be squeezing anything, but the downside is that there's nothing here to squeeze for one-handed operation, and therefore making this a two-handed operating tool. So, you know, it's got its pluses and minuses. I like the hose coming out of the back side as opposed to out of the bottom. I think that's a great addition too. So it's not definitely without its flaws. This is no longer sold by Snap-on, so if you are interested in one of these, you'll have to talk to your dealer or look online through, I guess, probably eBay or other places like that to be able to try to find one. No guarantee for how much they'll go for there. So I hope you found this video useful and interesting. And I hope you're just as amused by this tool as I am. I'll probably keep this around here for my home use and find this to be at least interesting. And have a great day and look forward to seeing you back here in another video. Click the subscribe button and that thumbs up helps me out on these videos. Have a great day. Bye.